What up, and welcome to another video from Harkham Holistic. If you're anything like me and you had a corporate job that was unfulfilling, draining, had you bored with the rat race, tired of living 9 to 5, then you may have come up with some kind of cool business idea that you knew could lead you into the lifestyle you want and living your life around the lifestyle business, right? That's what I did when I launched Good Part & Company, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 essential tips you need to validate your business idea first before you quit your job. You want to start your own business, but before you do that, you need to understand whether or not anybody actually wants your business. You need to know if there's a target market, a target demographic who are willing customers, right, that will support your business. So you need to hit the target. That's what I call it, right? You have your target market, you need to hit the target. So in this step, you're going to identify and survey your target customer. You got to find out what they want. So first, you got to figure out who is the target, right? Who's the target demographic? Be specific, right? There are demographics and then there's psychographics. Demographics are personal statistics on how people are showing up in the world, right? Age, sex, where they live, how much money they make. Think about your customer in that sense first, right? That's going to give you kind of like the prototype, right? You need a prototype avatar customer. So think hard about who is the customer. Are you your customer? Or in the past, would you have been your customer, right? Think about how old were you then? How much money did you make? Age, sex, what places do you go frequently? What's your friend group like? What's your social circles like, right? Why do you even need this product? Be very thoughtful and specific about the demographics. And then there's psychographics, which is the behavior, right? The actual thought process of this customer. So this is more like hobbies, interests, reasons, the things that drive this customer, right? What do people like? For example, a young man between 18 and 22, he's interested in getting girls. He wants to get girls, so he wants to look good. So he got to go out there and work out. So he needs to get six-pack abs. He'd be interested in working out, getting a personal trainer, or buying some gym gear. And his reason is because he wants to get the girls. You got to get deep into the psychographic. So you put together demographics, psychographics, and figure out your target. Get into your target. Think about who they are and what they want. Now that you know who your target customer is, figure out if this demographic of people is large enough to support your business to the level of success in life that you want. Okay? For example, there's an enormous market for people who want to buy shoes. The market gets smaller depending on what kind of shoes you want to get. There are walking shoes, there are orthopedic shoes, there are running shoes, there are boxing shoes, there are golf shoes, and the demographic begins to get smaller and smaller. There are less people who play golf than there are people who are walking, right? So you don't want to buy golf shoes for walking, you want to buy walking shoes for walking. Everybody's out here walking, everybody needs some kind of shoe, but everybody's not out here golfing. So if I'm in the market of trying to produce golf shoes, I need to figure out, is the market of people who wear golf shoes large enough to support my business? If it is, you're in good shape. But you need to figure out, is the demographic, is your target customer large enough to support your business, okay? And now the final part of hitting your target is actually finding out what they want. You got to survey your target, right? There are plenty of ways to do this. I'm going to give you a couple here. You can just straight up cold approach people. You can just ask people, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And by this and that, I mean exactly what your business is about. You can just actually ask people. You could be standing in line in the grocery store one day and you see somebody buying something that's similar to a product you think you want to make. Maybe it's a cupcake or something like that, and somebody has cookies. Like, hey, what do you think about this kind of cupcake? Why do you like cookies over cupcakes? You can just cold approach and get some raw info in real life from strangers who seem like they're in your target market, right? You could do online quizzes. There are apps and platforms like Typeform and Score app. You could set those up, have a landing page, or just have a link where they can go to and fill out some questions around the idea, and then you can share this on your social media platforms, or you can just send a text to some of the people who you feel like may be in your target market. If they're your friends or in your social circles, you can say, hey, fill out this form, let me know what you think about this kind of business or these kind of products, right? And then Google Forms. Google Forms is good enough, and it's free. You can go straight into Google Forms, whip up some questions, multiple choice, short text, long text, whatever you need. You can put it in Google Forms. You can even put a video, the same way I'm doing this video now. You can record a video, put it in your Google Form, say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this thing, and I want to know what you think about this thing for this business. Answer these questions for me. Maybe even incentivize them, like, hey, when I bring it to market, you'll get one for free, or you'll get a discount. Or maybe just say, hey, I'll send you a $5 gift card to Starbucks or something like that. But you need to find out what people in your target think about the product and what they actually want around it. So that's how you hit your target. First, you figure out the demographic and psychographics. Next, you figure out if the demographic is large enough to support your business. And then you go survey people within your target demographic. The next essential step you need to take, you gotta feed the streets. That's what I like to call it. And this is all about getting proof of concepts. You gotta give people what they want, right? Or at least get your product out there and find out what they want. In this step, you're going to show proof of concept with an MVP. That's a minimal viable product. This is the least you can do to gain engagement and feedback directly from your target, right? So to create an MVP, it's a low-cost sample, right? Maybe a digital mock-up. I'm thinking about making some new t-shirts, or like trying to design a shoe or a coffee mug or something. You can get a digital mock-up. You could do a questionnaire around the business, right? So that's similar to doing the survey before. But this could be something a bit more specific. You can build a questionnaire. You can have a landing page to get people to come into the world you're trying to create around your business. In the landing page, you'll talk about the product, and you want to gauge your prospect's interest, right? You want to gauge your target's interest around the item. You can create a flyer to get people to sign up. You might have a flyer. It's a really beautiful flyer. It's an engaging flyer. You may put it in a place where your target demographic shop, say a nail salon or something like that, where a lot of people come through, or a barbershop. People pick it up, look at the flyer, scan the QR code on the flyer. Boom, you get their information, or you get them to answer some questions, or you get their feedback somehow. Maybe you even give them your personal phone number, say, hey, text me about this item. Whatever it is, you need to get a minimal valuable product out so you can gauge the interest of what people think about your business. What I will say is, do not think about making this minimal valuable product perfect. Don't go for perfect, go for palatable. Palatable means people are willing to give it a try. It fits their taste. So you want it to fit the taste of your customers at least. My minimal valuable product was for Good Part & Company. I knew I wanted to get my friends, family, and community in to help them improve their health, right? So I already had a huge network of friends through events I used to give before with another business with my friends and partners. So I used the same database of people who were my target, right? Because they were all within the same age. They all knew what my lifestyle was like. And most of these people were already into health and wellness. So I sent them direct text messages and said, hey, I'm going to be hosting a juice pop-up in my living room at the crib. So I moved everything out of my living room. I brought in all my juice equipment, set up some chairs, and invited people over throughout the whole weekend. We probably had 100-something people come through, rotating in and out. So that was my MVP, and I just made juice samples right there on the spot. I bought some little stuff off of Amazon. It probably cost me less than, I already had a juice machine, so it probably cost me less than $200. I bought some chalk. I bought a little imitation chalkboard, wrote the ingredients on it, put it up in my living room, and invited my friends over. And then all I had to do was buy ingredients for my juicing and buy some cups, and we was rolling, right? So that was my MVP. That's how I got proof of concept. Feed the streets by getting proof of concept. Be willing to spend a little money, spend a little time, and spend a little effort to engage people specifically around what your business may be. So the third step in validating your business idea is to see what's on the shelf. That's what I like to call it. In this step, you're going to assess the landscape and see what's already in the market related to your business. What you're going to do is see who offers products or services that are similar to your business or exactly like your business. You're going to find out what you like most about what they offer, what you like least about what they offer, why you like it, why you dislike it. Is there anything you can offer at a high level consistently that no one else offers? You may have a great idea for your business, and you may see something that is lacking in the market, and you feel like, okay, that's what I need to do in order to separate myself from what everybody else is offering. But can you actually offer that consistently and at a high level enough for people to know this is the reason why I need to go to you and to your business instead of some other business? It needs to be something that you can actually offer consistently within your business. because that high level item or service that you may be able to offer, or feature that you may be able to offer, or result you may be able to get, you may not be able to do that and get that all the time. So be mindful of that. Can you offer it at a high level consistently? Last thing I like to say about seeing what's on the shelf is notice what I didn't say. I didn't say go check out the competition. Do not consider it competition. Just understand the landscape, because the whole world is your competition. We live in a global economy. Everybody is working they're in the commerce industry. So everybody's fighting for dollars. So don't think about, whoever sells, back to the shoe thing. Under Armour didn't have to make shoes. They were making athletic apparel. They made shoes anyway because they had a target customer. Nike was already dominating the market. That did not stop them from making shoes. Or making, athletic footwear. So they know that they have to compete for the same amount of for the same dollars for shoes when it comes to Nike, Adidas, or anybody else who makes shoes. But it didn't stop them from making what they wanted to make, because they understood their market, and they understood what it is that they can offer, right? But they had to see what's on the shelf. Okay, this is what I'm going to do different, and now I can capture some of that market, enough of that market to make my business valuable when it comes to athletic footwear. So that's the third step that you're going to have to take to validate your business idea. You got to see what's on the shelf, understand what's in the landscape, and understand how you can separate your business from other businesses that are similar, and how you can over deliver on what your business will be. Now the fourth step, this is when it starts to get real. It all adds up. In this step, you're going to estimate the startup costs and identify revenue streams within your idea. Now, when I launched my juice bar, everything I had to add up was related to brick and mortar. That is a heavy cost. Those expenses add up really, really fast. So think about what your business is. Is it a product? Is it a service? And then you got to account for every single thing. Think. Go figure out everything that matters, everything that's going to cost you time, is going to cost you effort, opportunity costs. What do you have to give up here in order to gain more here? What's the production time? Do you have to get a manufacturer? Are you getting the manufacturer overseas? Is it going to be domestic? Does it cost more to get it domestic? How much does it cost to get it shipped? What's the packaging like? So you have to think about every single cost of goods, labor, storage, production time, like I said, opportunity costs, marketing. How much does it cost to host your website, right? Do you need the cheapest thing? Do you need to just get it up and running? Do you need to be on Shopify? So do you need to host 20 items? Do you have one item? Do you have one item with a bunch of features? How much does it cost to get that up online? How much does it cost to get somebody to build the website for you so you can go and do the other things that cost to get your business rolling? You got to figure out how much all of these things cost. And I'm sharing that with you so that you can understand there are going to be a lot of things. And that doesn't mean that you should be scared or nervous about it, but you got to think about it. If you think about all those things now, it'll help validate your business idea. It'll slow things down for you. It will give you more confidence in the business idea, because once you know if it's something that you can handle, you'll be confident like, oh yeah, I can handle that. Or you'll realize, you know what? I can do even better than that. I can do this business. It's going to cost me this amount. This is something that I can handle, right? Now, what I can say is that it's going to cost more than what you think it is. Just know that. All right? But here's the good thing. You can offset those costs by figuring out what are other revenue streams that are within your business idea. And so what does that mean by different revenue streams? You can have 7 revenue streams within your business, right? So Under Armour, for example, they started out making athletic apparel, and this was specifically athletic undergarments. So they're selling to athletes. Here's the tip. As you can see highlighted here, think of what your customer will need before or after or around your product. Well, if I'm selling the undergarments, I probably can just go ahead and make the sport garment as well. So now they produce jerseys. Well, if I'm putting them in the whole jerseys and uniforms, right? So now if I got the undergarments that's going to protect them and keep them dry and get the sweat off of them, and then I'm going to put them in the jersey, they got to run around on the field or on the court. So now I can make shoes. So that's a whole different revenue stream within the same business, because they offer products that their customer, their target, actually wants. So think about what revenue streams can be developed with or around your product. Revenue streams don't flow as easy out of every kind of business, but it will get you really thinking about your business idea. And if you can see different revenue streams in your business idea, you really might be on to a good idea, and it may actually be valid. The fifth and final step, which can actually be the first step for many of us, is to find Yoda. What does that mean? In this step, you're going to find a guide, a mentor, or a model. I'm a fan of Star Wars, so I like to refer to Yoda, but when you really think about it, everybody needs mentorship, right? You need mentorship in just life, period, right? But specifically in business, because having a mentor will help you understand your business, what you're doing. It will prevent you from bumping your head all the time. And you can just get tips and insight from somebody who's further down the road, who's already been there, who's already seen it, who's already done it. So who can you connect with for mentorship, right? Who's in your peer group, who's offering mentor, guidance, coaching services, those things, that's super duper valuable because you will really learn a lot from a mentor. Try to find a mentor or a coach who is specifically in your business, in your industry. And if you know somebody who kind of models what you want, or they have the success that you want specifically in your business, find out if you can be their mentor, right? I found a mentor and coach online specifically in the juice bar industry. So I just followed them, saw what they had going on, and then I started to pay for their services. First, it was a $150 document here, like a little, spreadsheet or a framework and stuff like that. Then it was me reaching out, asking for actual guidance. They gave me advice. They gave me free, they spent an hour or so on the phone with me. They didn't have to. They don't even know that I bought the first item. And then I invested in actual coaching, like real mentorship. And you may have to pay for that, which goes back to step 4, where you have to figure out all the things that cost. Mentorship may cost, and it will be worth it because you pay now for what you would pay for in the future. Like the problems that you're going to come up against, you can just avoid those problems by paying for mentorship now. So I paid and invested in mentorship to help build out some things, to find out how to market things, just how to accelerate the growth of my business, right? So you want to find Yoda, you want to find a guide, you want to find a mentor, or you want to find a model. By model, you can go out and find like a business model that works for your business, something that a business that has built and succeeded, that was built and succeeded, but that's similar to your business. If you can't find a mentor, who can you study from a distance? Who has the success that you admire, that inspires you, that is specifically in or around your business? Find out who that person is. Find out how they got started. Find out what moves they made. You may not be able to get a hold of them, but you can just kind of keep your eye on what they have going on. It's really going to help you. I'm pretty sure if they have the success, like if they have true success in this business, then they've probably done an interview somewhere. Go look them up on YouTube. Go find out if they did a podcast talking about their business. Those things are really helpful because it's going to give you some even if it's just 1 minute of behind the scenes advice that inspires you. Find out everything about them. Find out everything about their path to success. If you can't find a guide, you can't invest directly into a mentor, and you can't find a mentor from a distance, you damn sure can find a model. Find a business model that works for you and your business. So you find a framework or you find a model that works for your business and your business idea. So you figure out what models work for you. I want to have a good culture within my juice bar business, so I need to have these guides, these models, these principles, right? Or maybe I just want to be able to franchise and this and that. And so you go figure out what the franchise model is like. So if you can't find a guide, you can't find a mentor, you can for sure find a model that will help you develop and build and kind of work in and around your business and your business idea. If you find these steps useful and you feel like you need a worksheet for it, I made it available for free in the Notion app. You can copy my exact template. You can click it, get in there, get the instructions, get the insights, and then you can actually type in what you want as it pertains to each of these 5 steps to validate your business idea before you quit your job. So thanks for tapping in to Ideation to Validation mini course. These are the 5 key steps you need to take to validate your business before quitting your day job. I'm wishing you much success and hope that you can get out of the cubicle life or the life that you have now in the rat race into the lifestyle business you want, where you feel more fulfilled, far more rewarded because you make more money and you live in a life and working in something that aligns much more with your passions, and you transform into the person you want to be through the business you want to build.